and welcome to Lead Empowered. I want to spend a few minutes talking with you guys about something that I'm really excited about. Seed planting is here, and I've been doing a lot of seed planting. So I am a natural organizer. This is one of my gifts, and I want to tell you guys the system that I use so that maybe you can tweak it to make your own system, or if you don't have a system, start with it and find what you like about it, find what you don't, and make it your own. So the first thing I do is I have a blank calendar, and I have chosen to use this as a template. So every year I can go through this and I do not have to do it over and over, because that is one thing I found that I did last year. Was I wrote in the calendar when to plant things, and then I also wrote what actually happened. So then I felt like it was too busy to use again. So this will be my template from here on in, and then I have another separate calendar that I write what events actually happen and when and what days things are actually being planted. So this is just the template. So first of all, I start with the Mother's Day, we say, is our last frost day in Spokane. And so then I just work from that, and then I go back and then say 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks from the last frost date. So it kind of gives me a reference point, and I'm not counting weeks every single seed I'm trying to put on this calendar. And then secondly, this is what I just completed and I'm very excited about, is my seed storage, my seed catalog, basically. So I have it in alphabetical order, which I haven't always had really any order. So this is the first year I've gotten last year I got one seed packet from Pure Pollination, and it was a great package. I decided not to get it again because I felt like I was going to be getting too much of seeds that I still had and not enough of seeds that I wanted more of. Like if you only get 6 zucchini seeds or something like that, and you get 12,000 lettuce seeds, it really wasn't evening out. So anyways, now I have seeds from multiple different places, and as I got more specific of what I wanted this year, so again, in alphabetical order. And then if there was just one tiny bag, I went ahead and paper clipped it on there. And then if there was multiple tiny bags, I actually glued these little envelopes on there. The reason that I was trying to keep the little bags up was so that, one, they clog up the bottom if I let all of them get down there. And then two, I was afraid they were going to slip under or not end up back in the right category if it wasn't easy to tell when I took something out and put it back in. And then easiest of all is just the regular seed packets that just go in behind. I ended up using these cool cards that are just recycled from someone else, and they're actually photo cards, if you could see that. It has the date and then a couple other categories, which I will probably actually use for when I plant them and where I plant them and any notes about growing them that specific year. So then year after year, I can grab this out and say, oh, I planted it 3 times last year and it did great when I planted it in the spring, not in the summer, and it did great again in the fall. So things that you might succession sow every 2 weeks, it might give me an estimate for when to stop trying to succession sow because it's just too hot or something like that. So this will be a way to actually keep the information with the seeds. I also told you about that calendar that I have that's separate. So if I do a big project, I'll write like did the chicken fencing or painted the platforms for the greenhouse or whatever it is. So basically by the end of the month that I can feel like I was productive, because sometimes when I'm doing all this from day to day, it doesn't feel like I'm actually making that much progress. There's certain seasons where it feels like there's no progress. So I do like to have a track record of, and then also keep receipts, and I keep the receipts with that month to see how much money I spent on our farm that month, and just to have records. So anyways, we'll do another video about that, and we'll dig into that binder as well. But anyways, I hope this helps you plan your seeds and when you're going to start them, because this will be a way that you don't have to constantly be thinking about and checking, when was I supposed to plant that? When was I supposed to plant that? You keep these two things on the counter, and all you have to do is check your calendar, like, what do I need to plant this week? Pull out those things and get them in the ground. So hopefully that will help for more successful and abundant harvest. Go live and lead empowered.